Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I want to tell you we have hoodies, we have t-shirts, so if you're interested in any of that, the stuff you're seeing up on the screen right now, go check it out. Aidan N Design on Etsy. Again, Aidan N Design on Etsy. Go check it out.
You already know, most of these niggas be bad in this show. Hit that bitch one time, I'm ready to go. Most of these niggas be capping his own. My dogs stay the same. Niggas win.
All right, Aidan, many people should know that UC applications have come out, and yes, I did get accepted into UC Riverside, if you guys may know. But I was trying to find out my financial aid for it, and my account got disabled. So we might be cooked in that scenario.
Yeah.
But I was telling people, they're asking like, Evan, did you get into UCI? Did you get into UCI? I told them no. I'm gonna be opening it live on the podcast, and they call me stupid. They say, "Oh, if I were you, I wouldn't be able to wait." But I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I want to experience this with my brother.
Oh shit.
In arms. So we have status update. An update to your application was last posted on April 3rd is April 6th. So everyone here, okay.
Oh, we're doing it together.
We're gonna see. If Evan,
I don't even know if people can see it. Do you want to screen record? Because there's no shot people can see it.
No, it's okay. Evan Miller. Let's see if he gets in to UCI. And Evan Miller.
Hey!
Congratulations. We are delighted to offer you admission to the University of Irvine.
Wait, do that again. Oh my God, he got in.
We got in.
We definitely didn't almost dox him with his address at all.
Congratulations. We're delighted to offer you admission to UCI, blah, blah, blah. Bachelor's of Art and Psychology for fall of 2026. Being an intermediate, you're attending one of the top 10 programs, environment, foster exploration. Again, congratulations on your admission to one of the finest institutions of higher education in the nation. Join us in this exciting journey. Welcome to UCI. Sincerely, Brian. What is this? Zot.
Yeah, you did.
Zot. Evan Miller
Hey, congrats,
is going to
dude.
school. So that means after this, we will go to the UCI shop and we will buy some stuff and celebrate, right?
Hell yeah.
Take pictures. But again, first and foremost, like when I was talking to my parents about like me doing this on the podcast, like they asked me like why, why do I want to send it? Why would I want to do it with Aidan? It all comes down to like a single moment, and like a lot of people do know this, but like as much as like I like to say like, oh well, technically like I did all the work, like technically I went to school and all that stuff, but like again, like without Aidan, like UCI was not even like in the possibility for me. Like I didn't even know where I wanted to go after Saddleback, but it definitely wasn't like UCI. Like I wasn't even thinking like UCI was an option. Again, like when we first started, I'd always call UCI like a bum school, saying UCI is trash, all stuff. Like genuinely, like I genuinely thought it was. Like I couldn't see myself here, and I was like, but then the more I came, like, and we wait here like almost every week. I've been here probably like 50 times by now. Like the more I came, the more I realized like, damn, this is actually a good school, and like I could see myself here. And it works out. Excited to learn, really excited to like, try new things and just be like a student, because it's like gonna be the first time I'm actually going to school. Well, I'm still gonna commute, but like I'm still gonna I'm trying to spend more time at school. Yeah, it is crazy to think that like we're here. In like reality, and again, like it doesn't seem real, because like I didn't expect this to happen, and all the hard work, all the times and like Saddleback where like I was doubting myself, it's all worth it, and but yeah, and I'm excited to share the next 2 years with Aidan and go to school with him again, because it's been a while since we've gone to school together. Yeah. And yeah, like I'm ready to zot all the way through.
We will see each other a lot because
we're
doing the same major.
Close.
Right?
Same school.
Same school.
Yeah. Same school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. I mean, same school. Same school, not same major.
But yeah, it's gonna be way easier now, because especially like hopefully we can have our classes be more similar. Now if we're on campus, we can just walk over. Like no more.
Yes.
Like no more like 8.5 to driving to my house, all that stuff. We're just gonna be here.
Oh, true. Yeah, you're gonna have a parking spot and everything. That makes it easier.
Yeah. Very, very blessed being in this position. Very blessed to now I have to accept that, which I've accepted by. It's like full. I always told people I only applied to 3 schools: UCR, UCI, and UC San Diego. UCI or bust for me. Like if I didn't get in UCI, I'm not going to college. That was my viewpoint. And again, I did the TAG thing, which is like transfer admission guarantee, which is like super overpowered. So it was basically 100% I got in. So I didn't really have any doubts. Like when people ask like, oh, why are you waiting? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get in like 99.9, and I had a GPA like high enough, like higher than the average.
That's the perk of going to community college, though.
Yeah, and free school. So again, I'm excited. Thank you, Aidan. Thank you to UCI, and I'm excited to call this place my home. You know, on the job note too, the whole goal right now is like obviously I just had my last day at Converse. Shout out Converse again. Shout out my manager Paul Blart Mall Cop. She wrote me a card. She got me a Sabrina Carpenter shirt.
Cool.
But the same one I already had. So I'm wondering if you want that shirt.
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay, because I don't want to give it away.
Then don't.
I don't have space to put it anywhere.
Burn it. Just toss
Abigail.
it.
No, I'm not doing that. But thank you for the shirt. Honestly, she got me also these acne face wipes things because she knows I'm like breaking out.
Oh, okay.
And then
That
she
does a
also got
subtle
me
shot.
Chipotle gift card, which I used today on the most beautiful bowl of all time. So again, like that just speaks volumes. Like she didn't have to do that, you know. She didn't have to go her way to get me stuff. So it just shows like I was really like cared for and missed. I'm gonna be missed at Converse. So shout out to you guys again. Had a great last day, and still doesn't seem real that I'm not gonna be there anymore. But it's for the best, and now I have more time to do me. And I had an interview last week at Lumberyard that I told Aidan about. And so I have an interview right at this restaurant in Laguna Beach. Okay, restaurant in Laguna Beach, right? Not gonna the restaurant in Laguna Beach. And for the interview, like the person's name was like Laura.
Love Laura.
Right, it was Laura.
My fave.
So when I go in there, I'm expecting like a girl, right? I'm expecting a woman. You know, Laura. Like
I would
kinda
too. Yeah.
Woman's name, but this guy comes out. I'm like, he's like, oh, here for the interview. I'm like, yeah. Are you Laura? He's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh okay.
Come to my room.
So he brings me a water too, which is kind of nice. So we walk over to the table. We're sitting. He asked me questions like, oh, how many days would you want to work? I'm like 4 days a week. He's telling me like, oh, I saw your like experience. I'm like, yeah, I do have 3 jobs right now, and I'm a full-time student, but I only want 1 job.
Yeah.
You know, and low key, something that really surprised me was that I asked more questions than he did. Like it wasn't an interview; it was like just a conversation, and I was
you're happily surprised that Laura was a man.
Yes, true.
Okay.
But the whole time, like I was like just getting game. He was teaching me advice on like how to get jobs, how to apply for jobs, how to get restaurant experience without getting restaurant experience, like all that stuff. And like how to make your resume look better. But one thing he didn't like about me, well, not like about me, but he said like he told me this. It was during the end of the interview. He's like, "Can I be honest with you?" I thought he was about to say like I got the job or something. But I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "If I were you, I would have worn something different because you look really like unprofessional." And I was like,
"What were you wearing?"
I was wearing blue jeans.
Is that unprofessional?
Like,
what was your top?
A shirt, just regular shirt, like this.
It's probably the shirt then. It wasn't the jeans. Blue jeans is.
I mean, I should have worn my black pants and like a collared shirt.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
I just wasn't thinking. I was like, I look fresh, you know. I was like happy, you know. And all that
Yeah,
stuff.
they're not gonna be like. They're like, damn, this guy's fresh. Hire him. He's the freshest man
But he said he's not gonna
seen.
hold that against me. But whatever. Yeah. But that was like one thing I wish I did differently. But again, like it was just a conversation, and I genuinely enjoyed it, and I genuinely learned a lot from that. And I learned so much that I actually did get another job interview.
Damn, why do you keep going for more stuff?
On Indeed. Shout out Indeed.
No, but why though?
Because I'm just looking for a job that like has more flexible hours.
Oh, you're just applying to a bunch to see what you just can get.
Yeah, so Calo Kitchen and Tequila in Laguna Niguel. Hi, Evan. Thank you so much for taking the time to apply with us. I would love to have the chance to get to know you better in person. If possible, please come in sometime between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday for an interview. Please arrive in business attire as this is a professional setting. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you. Is he friends with Laura? Like he's wanting to warn me about the professional business attire. I never reply to them because I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah, again, business attire. I don't have anything business attire. So
I mean, just like you said, collared shirt and black pants. Honestly, really and I'm gonna wear my Crocs. Go wrong with that.
Shout out Crocs. But yeah, again. No matter what, like even if I don't get any of these jobs, it's just good to build that experience up. And it's again just the skills, conversational skills. So that's definitely something I'm just trying to improve on. And like during the interview too, I was like looking at him, but like I was like having like blurry vision.
Fuck, you're getting hot and bothered.
Like I don't know, like
it's a good ass interview, dude.
I don't know what was going on. But I was looking, I was like, half his face was like blurred out.
My vision went blurry, and then my head started getting really hot and red.
But yeah, so he said he's gonna interview a lot of people, and I don't know if I'll get that job, but I generally mess with him a lot, and I think I'd work good there. So hopefully I do get that job, but if not, again, we'll just keep trying. And like my strategy is I'll heavily start applying jobs like May, because like I think my job right now I have is good for like till I get to UCI, but after I already know I'm about to be so like cooked with everything. I'm just gonna want one job.
Yeah.
And like flexible hours, like only work on the weekends, stuff like that. So I can enjoy my time at UCI. Like I want to be able to walk around, all that stuff. Like I don't want to have to worry about like, oh, I have class 10 to 2. I got to immediately dip, stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to balance. It's not gonna be like crazy. It might be just because you're doing major courses now. Like you're officially doing like major specific course, and that's when it gets like super hard. Hey guys, welcome back to our game segment. For today's game, we are on Human Benchmark. Today we are testing, are you smarter than a chimpanzee? I'll go first, and then Evan will go next. We'll just see who's smarter out of the two of us. And we're gonna be moving a little quick today. So here's the first one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Boom. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you're going first?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Riveting stuff, guys. Keep on track with us.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6. Yeah, well.
Okay. Oh, this one's gonna be difficult.
3, 4, 5, 6.
No, what?
Bang.
That was not what? That was not right.
It was the right. Yeah. This guy's not smarter than a chimpanzee. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
1, 2.
Okay. Bang! Dude, this guy
You
is
get 10
smarter than a
strikes?
chimpanzee.
I mean, 3 strikes? Oh, this is hard.
3, 4. I haven't been going fast enough. I'll go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my score was 10.
Okay.
Let's see if Evan can get better than me.
Sir Chimp here.
And then remember to press this side because you'll end up right-clicking. I don't remember what's considered like smarter than a chimpanzee. Sorry, I'm talking through your stuff.
Wait. Wait, no, that's
That's one strike. You can use your strikes.
Right.
I'll let you use your strikes. I don't care. Bang.
Dang it.
Ah.
Dang it. Fuck.
Score is 8. Well,
Oh.
I would have never guessed. I mean, all right, let's see what's considered smarter than a chimp. 10 points is as smart
9
as a
digits.
chimp. 10 part. So you're a little bit.
I'm
I wouldn't say not smart.
I'm
Yeah, I
just-
would say that. Yeah.
the chimp got me, okay?
Back to the program. Yeah.
Are you gonna raise your kid to be an iPad kid?
No, he wouldn't. I don't know what
She.
qualifies as an iPad kid. He just uses the iPad always.
Yeah. Or she, remember.
No, I'd get them a phone. I'd get them a MacBook. I'd get them
The whole Apple
fucking
ecosystem.
jukebox, a karaoke thing. Start them young.
Oh, they're gonna start singing?
Get them boxing. I don't know. I'd get them everything. I would say I don't like the idea of, again, I hate extremes of things where it's like people mention how the use of like technology, especially early on, is bad for kids, especially like developmentally. So you want to like have that natural growth in the sense of like they're not being interfered with by watching certain stuff on their phone or their iPad or things like that. I'm of the mindset of like, I'm not going to start them young. I'm saying like, I don't know what age it'll be, but not immediately.
Yeah.
At some point they'll be old enough to have technology, but until then they won't have it. But I want to teach them how to use it properly.
ChatGPT.
Like I'm not going to do like set time limits on my kids. I'm going to tell them, I'm going to teach them how to control themselves. Do you know what I mean? To learn how to not do it because I'm forcing you to do it, but do it because you know
Yes.
it's better for you or whatever. So like if my kid is not at the park with other kids and hanging out and playing around, having fun outside, and they're on their phone constantly, then it's constantly teaching through that. If I have to set restrictions, then I do, but I want to start off with like trying to teach good habits and get them to practice it without me having to like force them. Because I feel like that when you get forced to do something, it isn't really learned as well.
Would you rather be have like a wife and have kids, but you're not really parenting, or be a single father? You have to do everything.
I would rather be a single father, do everything.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be absent in my kid's life. I think that would suck. One thing. I don't think I've ever brought this up to you, but I had this thought where it's interesting how at a certain age you become impervious to like punishments for smaller things. For example, when you're a kid, cursing is heavily, what do you call it? Scrutinized, yeah, by your parents. You're told never to do it. It's horrible. And when you do it, it's like the world's going to come down. But then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and you notice almost every adult curses nonstop. Like it's just a part of conversation.
Yeah.
Right? I thought it was just so interesting because it's like you hold these kids to such a high level of accountability, yet we can't even do that ourselves. So I get it from like the kid's point where it's so weird if you have, and I say this because I've heard parents where they'll curse a ton, but they said, I don't care if I curse, my kid ain't cursing. And I think that's just like, that's a horrible way of teaching anybody anything. Because you're saying, don't do this, but it's okay if I do it. So they don't even know how to draw a line. So it's like, it's okay to do it, but I can't do it. So, huh?
Yeah.
But then if someone did that, so then it's technically wrong. Because my mom is, I'm using my parents as an example. This is not the case for me.
Okay.
But the kids seeing their mom and being like, oh, my mom, this great figure, like who always tells me what's right to do, and she's this great person in my life. She can do it, so it must be okay. But she's telling me I'm wrong. So it gets to this confusing thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To where this figure that you look up to is doing what you're told is wrong, but if they're doing it, must be right. So I think it's hard because then you have to start holding yourself accountable, right? But I think there's so much more value to doing the things you're trying to teach. And that's like throughout your life in general. I'm not a good practicer of that. I curse so much. I don't think I'm going to tell my kid not to curse in the sense
not gonna
of like,
say anything.
I'm not going to tell him to curse. I'm not saying I'm going to encourage it, but if you're going to use it, don't use it in a way that's to put down others. Especially. I think that's the most important for me. I'm someone who really doesn't mind curse words all that much.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like, you say them, they're bad, but I think they're only bad in the context of being used to demean others. At least that's my belief. Yeah, but I wouldn't curse in front of I would stop cursing at an early age for my kid because I don't want them to pick up that stuff early on. Maybe later. But you know what I mean? How it feels weird? Where it's like, why is a kid being held more accountable than all of us?
I don't know, because maybe they want to just like start their kid off right, because like they're already cursing, it's already too late.
But my thing's like, if they're gonna curse anyways, what's the difference between them cursing at 5 if you're gonna let them curse at 7 or 10? Like they're gonna curse at some point. You're just delaying it. So it's like you're not so mad at.
Just always delay it.
You're not so mad at the cursing. You're more upset that a kid of that age is cursing.
That's like the same thing with like sex and stuff like that. Like
go down the route.
Like, let's say like your 13-year-old wants to have sex, like you're like, no, that's not allowed. Then like when
let's not talk about sex, dude.
they come in for that part.
No, you know what? Isn't it a weird like kind of idea though?
Yeah.
I just think it's like, because I will watch people who especially leaders of things like coaches of sports and stuff, of just any like leadership opportunities people have, you'll notice a lot of the time those people who are leaders never do or follow the same rules as the people they're teaching.
Yeah.
Right? So if Evan was late to practice he would get a punishment for it, right? But if the coach was late to practice, well, happens.
Yeah.
It was traffic. What do I do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think it's natural habit because I think we all like, there is like something very intoxicating about being able to tell people what to do, but also not having to do the same thing. And just also, again, we're all like naturally lazy to some respect. And also it could be a revenge thing. That's also the power trip too of like you had that happen to you. But I think it's so much better. And I would never like running in sports. I think running is my least favorite thing in the world, really.
Yeah.
But I would feel more motivated to do the punishment the coach is giving to me if they did it. Because I'm like, okay, this is an actual rule.
Yeah, it shows good leadership.
Okay, showing up. Because again, doesn't it get to that confusing point where like, okay, I can't show up late because I'm wrong and showing up late's a bad thing. But then your coach shows up late and it's a good thing. Or it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's like, because you do that, the idea of showing up late really isn't that bad in my head. It's only bad if I don't get away with it. That's why it becomes this thing of like, I try to get away with it. Because it's not a bad thing technically because the coach can get away with it. So there's a way of getting away with it. So I think if you follow, it much more ingrains it in people, I think, where it's like, okay, that is actually a bad thing because everybody has to follow it unanimously. I mean, that's the ultimate thing that I feel like most people are really agitated by is like hypocrisy, feeling like that one person can do something but the other can't. So that's one of those things that I want to do so many things well. For which?
Like for like sociology, just bring it like
if any of them
talk
talk
people
about
have
it.
like no, you start the conversation.
No, but if it's relevant to class, you know what I mean?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think most of my stuff are politics right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
I don't know why.
class?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. They're just mostly politic related. And yeah, I don't know. Those are like things I want to bring into parenthood. I just don't know how well I'll be able to apply it. Because I think it's an easy thing to say, but
that's why you
it's
also
so much harder.
Have another person so you can bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
Like you can hear their opinion, be like, okay, then maybe this is how we incorporate it and stuff like
Raise
that.
them the
How
best
do you
I
know
can.
if you're raised right?
I don't think any. So I think about it like this. I think you're raised right, I guess, in the sense. It's so subjective.
If you only have one example of how you're raised, how would you know if you're raised right and someone else is maybe not raised right?
So the only reason I know what things I want to do based on either talking with people or based on how I was raised is if I feel good about it or not. That's how I usually base things. If as a kid I felt these things really annoyed me and made me resentful in some way, or I felt weren't helpful at all, that's what I'm not going to do to my kids. So my thing with, and this doesn't even have to be just kid specific. I'm saying you could take it to like things in your life where you're wondering, oh, what should I do in this situation? Here's one. Here, I'll just use this example. There's this comedian, Stavros Halkias, has a podcast. People call in and tell him their problems. One of the problems was this guy
He's a comedian?
He's a comedian.
And people tell him his problems?
tell him their problems with their like partners or friends, things in their life. And one guy mentioned how he listens to or watches movies with his girlfriends late at night, but every single time his girlfriend talks through the entire thing. And he's like, when we're watching a movie, I want to watch a movie. If you want to have a conversation, let's just talk. But we don't have to watch a movie. But if we're watching a movie, I want to pay attention to it. Don't keep asking me what's going on because you and me both know the same thing. I don't know. And then in those situations, here's how, like, if someone were to ask me, like, what I would do in that case, right?
Yeah.
I just do whatever I would feel I want done to me. So if I were to put myself in the other person's shoes, I'm trying to think. If someone told me, like, can you just please be quiet? That would bother me. And I'm trying to, like, versus another way of doing it, which is like, hey, I understand you want to like talk through the movie. I've just always had it where I prefer to listen to it and not talk through it because I just really want to focus on what's happening and stuff. But if you do want to talk, I'm completely open to do it. That feels nicer to me. So I'd kind of base everything off what feels right to me. So back to the parent stuff, it's like, I don't know exactly if I'm doing the right thing because I don't know if my method's foolproof. It probably isn't. I don't think there's any like absolute thing that's perfect.
Way, yeah.
But it's just like what's worked for me is like, does it feel right? But I'm hoping that I can raise my kids and tell them like, hey, if I'm doing things that genuinely bother you. I don't know how I'd word it. I really don't.
Well, you
'Cause I
got
don't,
time.
because the kid doesn't know better sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm telling you, you have to go to school today. You can't skip. Like, you're in first grade. What do you think? Like,
Why are we skipping?
you don't
in
even
first
have the
grade?
fundamentals down. You're like stupid.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know better. So they're like, Dad, but I don't like it. It makes me feel bad. You told me whenever I feel bad, I should tell you. So I don't know how I would word it, but I the only way that I know can help me make sure my parenting isn't going bad is to somehow find a way to have open discourse with my kid, which is like, tell me when I'm doing wrong. Because I think that's the way it works with us too, where it's like the only way you and me are going to improve on the podcast is we have to have open discourse with each other. Because if it's all just kept in, then it's going to boil over and everything's going to go nuclear.
Yeah.
So finding a way to have conversation, because like we said before, communication is like so important, not only with your partner, but with just like everybody in life. So I don't know, finding a way to somehow make sure me and my kid are talking a lot, that there's like open conversation, there's no
trust.
fear. Like even if you can't find a way to say it nicely, just say it how it is. It's whatever. Because I think either way, all of us get angry when we get criticism. I still do, and I try my best not to. I'm good in the sense of not showing it and like lashing out because of it and then later absorbing it after I've calmed down. But I understand that like that is a hard thing to take criticism, but it's the best thing in the sense of like I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And like you said, there isn't like any guaranteed way to know. I mean, how would you do it though?
With what, the parenting?
Yeah. I mean, what's like when you're if you're ever thinking about it, like theorizing like what it's going to be like raising a kid, do you ever have those thoughts of like how you want to raise the kid, or have you not?
Kind of. I'm just going to, again, just whenever, like probably before like we start getting ready to be pregnant, I'm probably just going to just try to talk about the basic things first. Talk about how you want to raise a kid like in the beginning and like what are some rules, stuff like that, and see if we're on the same page. That's really important. And then honestly, like,
I mean, would you talk about that like during that time, or like
no,
would you
pre.
throughout
saying,
the
like,
entire relationship? I'm saying.
Well, when we get close to that point,
Bits
yeah.
and pieces. Okay.
And like we'll just see what works and make sure our style of parenting's the same. Because if we're on the same page and that's good, if we're not on the same page, then how do we expect our kids to grow to their fullest potential? If they're getting two different sides of parenting. So I would say that, and again, it's everyone's first time living, so it's always gonna be our first time parenting too. So we're bound to make mistakes. Just don't criticize ourselves too hard for making those mistakes, and just see what we can work on and improve.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Dude, honest to God, it would be the happiest thing in my life probably to know that I raised my kid well.
Yeah, and if they tell you they love you, all that stuff.
He's like, yeah, Dad, I love you and shit.
Yeah. Peace.
Oh, damn, my kid's good. He's so sick. Yeah. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode and are interested in anything we do, my Instagram and TikTok is all linked in the bio.
Yes, check it out. It's my birthday. Wish you a happy birthday and have a great rest of your day. Peace.
They ain't hear what I said, I think I had to bring that back. Okay, kick back and I roll my pack. I'm like, can't cap, I'ma let this black. Okay, I rap like I like that. I pass you, I can't even see you, ho. He shit talk my beats, bro. And a bitch get top, will teach you, ho. On God.